So, any advice for a designer who's looking to either get started in the field or transfer from some other field to the field of UX design?
Yeah,
Um, how would you go about that? Do you recommend the 4-year degree, the boot camp, anything in particular?
yeah. So it depends where you're coming from and what your background is. With my background in design, I actually did a general assembly course, but mostly because I thought that I was going to become a developer at one point. So I was in a developer course and I
Okay.
was like, no, I like people. And I went into the UX one and I actually got a job before the course even finished. So, it helped solidify that my 4-year design background taught me a lot of what I needed to become a UX designer. Maybe we called things slightly different or
Mhm.
had different ways of approaching it, but it was really the core was the same. So that's one. So it depends on what your background is, which direction you want to go. It really depends. So I wouldn't necessarily say that boot camps are bad. And I wouldn't say that a 4-year degree is bad. It depends on where you're coming from and what you need, what skill sets you need to learn and improve. No matter what, you need to get some experience, whether that's like, hey, my local pizza store needs their website redone, volunteer to do that. Your cousin needs something done, volunteer to do that. At a certain point, you need to stop volunteering and start charging. I don't say
Mhm.
that you should work for free forever, but you do need to create a portfolio. And however you need to create that portfolio, people need to be able to see your work. I When I'm looking at portfolios for people that we're hiring, I want to see your thought process. I don't want to see that razzle dazzle picture at the end. And that's
Mhm.
how I teach too, is like, I want to see your thought process. How did you get through this? And it's okay if you get lost. It's okay if you fail. How did you recover from that? How did you learn from that? How did you move forward from that? And that's the story. And that's what we want to see in our designers and in our students and learning. So definitely working on your portfolio is key. But in that, don't do it in a silo. Reach out to designers. I love when people connect with me on LinkedIn.
Mhm.
Now there's this new thing, ADP lists. I think it started out
Yep.
of the pandemic. They're
Mhm.
amazing. That's unbelievable. They're doing such great work. People should continue to get on that. I wish that had been around when I was a young designer. I
Yeah.
wish that would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But I did it for myself. I reached out to people on LinkedIn. When you're a junior designer, when you're a student, people are very willing to talk to you and be curious about what they do. Ask questions.
Mhm.
Always have questions ready for them. How did you get to where you're going? How did you do that? What pathway did you make? Is there anyone you can connect me with? That's a great question. So definitely reach out to people, continue your network, be gracious, thank people. I've helped people, get jobs. And people love that. It feels good. I want people to get jobs and people want to be to get good talent. So it works for everybody. Um, so definitely continue to build your network, build your portfolio, and you're not alone. Like you should definitely be reaching out, talking to people, and it's hard. It's hard when you're applying for those jobs as a junior designer. I totally get that, and I hope
Mhm.
that other more senior designers don't forget that journey, um, and don't forget that, and they reach back and pull junior people with them, because it's
Yeah.
super important.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's part of the reason why I started this podcast,
Yeah.
and the reason why I started doing mentoring with springboard.com is
Oh, cool.
for those exact reasons. But I feel like when it comes to building company culture too, like hiring junior designers, training them
Yeah.
in the way that you work and the way that you feel design should be done is a great part of building culture. I feel like it's really becomes difficult to hire culture in a way where you're going out
Yeah.
and only hiring senior people. It can kind of get into a little bit of a trap where people are kind of stuck in their ways and not really willing to be part of that big team effort.
Yeah,
So
no, it's true. We're gonna a little plug. We don't have interns this year, but next year we hope to have interns. So
oh, fantastic.
yeah.